Amar, am I audible? Hello, am I audible? Hello, am I audible? Okay, thank you.
Hello. Yeah. So, Hani, can you hear me? Okay, fine. Okay, so we will start this session. Okay. So, in yesterday we conducted a small quiz, right? So in this, people are 12% scored 30 out of 30. So we can appreciate them. So because it is good effort for 10th and 12th, 10th and 12th, even that 8th student. So they got 30 out of 30. So others will get 28 and so in the series people are getting more than 10 to 28. It's many people are got the mark. Okay, so more than 91 people has been attended the test. Okay, fine. So anyway, so today actually we are going to see some basic use cases now. So in few minutes, okay. Uh, then we will go to that small test again, because it is in this test actually it is going to give what is RBA and all everything. So whatever you studied in this last 5 days, sorry, in the 4 days, everything it's compiled as a question. At the same time, whatever things you want to know from the RBA, everything is converted as a questions. Okay, but thing is you have to read the question carefully, you have to understand, and you have to you have to read the answers, then you have to fill up that particular question answer. Okay, so thing is, based on the questions, in that question have some options, right? So that is everything, it is relevant to that. So you have to decide which one is right or wrong, because that is going to describe what you learned about RPA. Okay, fine. So I think you people note down that who people got 30 out of 30. So okay, so as usually we are coming to the 5-day workshop, 5th day workshop. So now we are going to do some basic use cases. Once again, okay. So whatever use cases we done, everything I will share by the GitHub link. So today I will provide the GitHub link also. Okay. So now we are going to see that another another projects which is we are going to do it now. So can you see my window? So I'll share it another window which is okay. So I think you can see my window now. Okay, fine. This is the I'll show it one by one, and we have like interesting thing called notepad recording. So which is we'll do that some recordings on the notepad. So I'll show it 1 minute. Okay, so all the program has been loaded into GitHub. So you can download from my GitHub link. I will send you in end of the session. Okay. So 1 second, the file it's loading. I think you can see my window now. So that is another window which will comes like this. Okay, so this is what that notepad entering, I mean notepad recording. So we had it all the things which how we made it. This is called the sequence. So in this sequence name, it's called notepad recording. So if you want to change the name for this, you can double click on this button and you will edit. Okay, you can make it edit. So otherwise you can look at that properties which is that would be called notepad recording and something, right? So you can also edit that. Next we track that text, where we taken from this text. So it's from the input dialog box. It is in the okay, so if you don't know anything, which for example we know we want to get some input dialog box, so I'll just put input. So then you will find out it is inside the system. In the system we have the dialog and we have the inputs. But thing is, in the 5 days it is not possible to explain all the things. So that's why even then I explain about the tool. That's also it's not possible to cover some other area also. So that's why. So here we will going to do some notepad recording. I'll just run this code, then we will discuss about this. So see this, it is asking to enter some inputs, like I'm giving SRM IST Ramabram. Okay, so I'll just make it enter. So it is asking file name SRM, just given SRM, and now it is facing some issues because I want to set the path name. I want to execute the exe file called notepad. Okay, so for that I want to change that where that class has been so that path name should be updated here. So otherwise we will face some issues. Okay, so for example, when we stop this coding, after it takes some time to relax, and you can change that codings where that notepad is there. So in here I just given that the wrong path name, that's why it is not able to execute. Okay, so can you see that? I'm talking there. Okay, so this is the wrong path to execute the what is the notepad. Okay, so notepad exe file. So simply what I'm doing, so I'll just copy this. I want to find out I want to find out in my computer where it is. So as usually where it is. It is in the C drive. So you go to the C drive and you find out that notepad. So that's maybe in the program file, or else it may be program files 86. In both keys you can find out where that notepad it's presented. Okay, so that's all. So I'll find out 1 second. I can't, but anyway, no problem. I'll search simply. So because it is easy to find out when we specifically if you need, so we can simply search it. Okay, so even it is available in the Windows also. I'll just search again. Sorry, I think the screen may not visible to you. I will share it again to the entire screen. So I think you can see that, right? So I'm just going to like in this window. So we will go to that windows and we will check that notepad plus plus where it is. Okay. Okay, even I can't find out because it just takes some time, so I don't want to waste my time. Simply I'm searching here. So this is what my Windows filing system. So I'll just taking or else sorry, I'll just find out the property, so which helps to take that particular file path name. So this is what my file path name, so I'll just copy it. Okay, so I'll just close it because I don't want to work with this. I just close on it, and similarly I close on this also. I will go to that recording, so notepad recording. So in this I'm just giving that path name here. So simply I given here. Okay, so that's all. So now you can save this code and you can run again. So you will execute that file now. We will see one by one which problem you are facing. Okay. It started, it is asking to enter some text SRM. So I'll just simply give SRM IST Ramapram. So then I'm given that file name SRM. Okay, again I'm facing some issues with this. Okay. Okay, this instant was not supported in this recording system, so we just stop it with this. Okay. Okay, fine. I'll end up the session. I will explain because we don't want to waste the time. So that's why. So we go to the next one because it takes some time to solve that all the problems. Okay. So next case is actually when we discuss about that data manipulations for the Excel sheets. We do that basic Excel works with that UI path. So first thing, how we can read the file. Okay, how we can read the file. We will close some applications, then I will come back. Okay, I think you can see my screen now. One second, that's loading now. Okay, so it is a simple one, so we will do that one. Okay. It's loading. Wait, it's loading. File, it's loading. It takes some time to compute. Okay, so okay, so we have file, it's called sum.xlsx. So we loading that file into the system, and we'll run that code because we will face a lot of issues because yesterday we had another version which I mean with another mail ID I used this same thing. I done the many things with that particular tool. So today I just registered another mail, and again I downloaded and I installed all the things. Okay, so wait, it is running. Sorry, actually it is run, but wait, we will okay, fine, it is actually run. So thing is, we have to open that file. It's called sums.excel file. I'll show it that file, then you will understand what it is happening. So this is what we are actually trying. So this is what we are actually trying. So we have ABC, then we want to do the summations. Okay, so for this process, we just making some calculation works. Okay, so let's wait and see. For this, I just computed in this Excel sheet. So I'll just going to read the Excel file, that file containing that sheet one. From that, we are going to order columns, like, so row, I mean, we are using for each. Why we are using the for each? It's, you want to fetch all the each and every row you want to fetch it, fetch the data. You can use for each. So based on that, we just using to fetch the information. So we have the row 2, and based on that, it will be doing that add operation. So which means we are just converting which is available as a string, right? So it is automatically convert into string, sorry, integer. Okay, so based on that, it is going to make it. Okay, so this is what that first thing we are fetching row 2, which means from the row it's taking the two values, and it is going to making that summations. Okay, so this is what happening there. So I'll just run again. Okay, so this process has been stopped because of the reason that file cannot access it being using for another process. That's why. Okay, so I'll just close this one, and now I'm stop it and I'll run this code. So when you're running this sequence, that particular application should not open with any other applications. It may be that particular operating system says error. Okay, so in the case also, we'll just run this code. Okay, it's completed, I think so. We will see. Okay, so here already we have some data, and that's why we just remove on it. Okay, so then it is easy to understand. Okay, so I'll just save this and I close to this one. Now I'll go to run this code. Now we will execute. It started. Oh, this is having some issues. I don't know what issues, and we will solve it. Okay, it was properly not saved, it is corrupted. Okay, so that's a problem. Yeah, this file is not correctly saved. It's not a problem, so don't worry. So we'll go to that problem solving method for this. Okay, we will go with that another file. Okay, it's not opening, not a problem. So we'll go to that, open that new Excel file. So we create new Excel. So 4, 6. Okay, so that's all. I'll just save this file as a sum, but in the case I'm not going to save as sum. Wait. So here I just given sum 22, save, and now I'm just going to open that file called sum 22. So here I'll just change that file name. Okay, it is loading. It's 22. I'll just save it, and then I'll just start to run. Again, sorry, I had some mistakes, which means I'm not updated everywhere. So that's a problem. Okay, so here also I'll just change it 22. So it's a save and it is going to run the same code again. So it started. Okay, it has executed. So let's see there. You will see that answer here. You will find out what answer you need. So in the similar way, you have more than like so you have once again. So you have I don't know more about Excel. Okay, so we have n number of data. Okay, so in the case you have n number of data. So in here you can record every numbers is like odd and odd or even, right? So in the similar way, 1 3. Okay, so in the case we are going to make here. Okay, so in the case we are going to make it, so we are going to make until which number? 438. We have a odd number and even number. Now you want to do summations. Okay, so simply we saved this file, and we saved this file clearly because last time when we doing that it is corrupted. So that's why. So again I started automation because we can't sum all the numbers. For that we do simply automations. Okay, so this is the Excel sum automation program. So we simply run this. It start to work and wait. So when we look at that output screen, you can see that program it started, and 0.0.05 seconds only takes to execute this entire outputs. Okay, so more than it is having like more than it is having 100 data. Okay, more than 200 data. So in the 200 data wants to sum actually. Okay, so in the case we simply made it within 0.0 seconds. Okay, so this is what automation can do it. In the way we can do a lot of things. Okay, so I think it is very easiest program to understand. So that's what we explain. So next thing, we'll go to another thing. I'll resume the screen and I'll open another program which is match that data sheets. Okay, so we will see that match programming. Okay, like so we will find out that for each. Actually we discussed about the for each already, but anyway, so we'll discuss again about that for each. Okay, so before that I will close that other applications. So now that for each it is running. Okay, fine. This is what the simple program we discussed already. Anyway, we will discuss about this. So here also we simply made it Excel sum, which means we are same thing. We are going to do it, but in the file we have already, it's called 22. Actually, some Excel file was corrupted, right? So in the case we need to do with some Excel. What is that file name? 22. Okay, so I deleted this rows inputs. I'll just delete it and save it. So now we are going to do that each Excel sum for each. So this is the basic concepts for that previous program also. Okay, so it's the same output also we are going to get it, but thing is it's a step is differ, which is to making. Okay, so now similarly we are loading the data sheets called exam 22, and then we will get that output also. Okay, fine, we don't have any outputs because same sheets going to execute. Okay, so I'll just run this code because you will get that output. Sorry, that same problem again I'm facing. So my login has been expired. Okay, so that's why I do that login again. Okay, so we will go to the next one. Sorry. 1 second. I want to modify that. So I want to log in. So that's why actually I forgot where I was missed it. Okay. So UiPath developer port cloud portal. Okay. So I'll just go to okay, developer portal. Okay. Okay, now I'm just going to log in with that Gmail. So okay, fine. So now it is going to work. I think so. So I'll start to run again because it should connect with the cloud each and every time. So that then only it will be going to work. So I'll just reboot the error. Reboot errors connection. Okay. I do the refresh the connection. So we will wait some time to reboot. I'll execute this. Let's wait. So last day also same problem, but I don't know that actually we done that. So once again I'll reopen that software and we will try to do that again. Actually it is newly created account, but I'm not sure why it is not running. UiPath Studio. So when you install this, I mean, when you log in into this automation UiPath cloud, you will look like so in this kind of window you will get, and from this window you can optimize your, I mean, you can start to run your process. Okay, so I'll just create demo one because I want to ensure it is running or not, is it connected with the cloud or not. So that's why. So I'll just close this one. Okay, so we do the main workflow. I think same problem still we have. So I think we can't do anything with this. So we have message box. So just I want to need that. I want to know that demo because is it running or not? Actually, server was not connected. That's a problem. I'm not sure why it is not connected, but anyway, no problem. Okay, so session was expired, but I don't have more than that. Anyway, no problem. So when you go to that heat up, so in the heat up link, you can download where it is. Okay, so you can download that basics. Okay, so this is what we conducted as a workshop. So you can download all the files and you can run with UiPath. Okay, you don't want to write the code, you can understand from this, then you can modify your like what you need to do. Okay, so that thing it's easy to do. So I give all the basics for you. Okay, so you can download by this URL. Okay, anyway, no problem. So anyway, so I couldn't able to continue with the demonstration because this is what highly so UiPath is, we have to pay for it. Actually, I'm not paid for this. This is the open, so I mean, sorry, free version, but this is keep getting that login has expired error, so I unable to solve now. So anyway, no problem. I tried in the true accounts actually. Okay, so in the case today, we want to understand. So you people are how you are in the RBA. Okay, for that we conducted a small test actually. So in this test actually conducting for who people wants to know about fully about RBA. So definitely you will come up with this thing, because in this in this test entirely based on the RBA complete version. Okay, complete basic versions. Okay, so I'll posted the questions in the chat part. Please, you can look at the chat part. So this is what my question I have posted. Please look at the question. Please answer that all the questions fast. So if you started test, please type it yes. Please type it yes if you started. So thing is, in when we talks about UI path tool or any other, any other automation tools, it's not like a developer, it's not like programming. So it just simply simply looks like a MS Office softwares. So which means you just drag and drop and you can create the communication between the two connectivities, two entities. Okay, so this is what you can do in UiPath or some other tools. So in the RBA automations. Okay, so here where we can find out the intelligence thing. There is no intelligence thing. It is just to connect the entities. Okay, so that's what happening in the RBA process. Okay, so where you can be create the intelligence, where you can create the intelligence in RBA. So when we when you need to do some automations, or else when you need to create some applications. So in this application, for example, you want to create an application for healthcare sector. For example, you're creating some computer vision technology for viewing or monitoring the patients. Okay, so in the case you want to do some RBA or RBA process. So for that basic thing, so RBA it is invoking the Python files or some other files or some other process. So that's the thing RBA is doing. But intelligence process entirely done by some other programming. It may be a Python, it may be a Java or some other programming. Okay, so I think you want to clearly understand what actually RBA is doing. So it is one of the thing, I mean, it is a main thing. It is taking the control of automation. That is what RBA. Okay, so you don't think it is a main, I mean, this is the thing it's going to do robotic programming and all, not like that. Okay, so in the robotic, you take humanoid robotic. So in the humanoid robotic, you want to create some speech to speech recognition system. So if you want to build that speech to speech recognition system, you need to know about NLP programming in Python. So then only you can build that. So then only you can you can communicate robotic to humans. In our team in MCA from the SRM, like Nitish, Kanesh, Eswant, and Niveta and Hema, I don't know that name, her name. Okay, so we have a team, 6 people are doing that project. Okay, so in this project, so we are building that NLP, so that is also like a robotic, I mean, that is a RBA process only, but it is taking only controls. It's not developing anything. It's entirely developing using NLP. So that's what I'm trying to say in this session. Okay, so completely what you are understanding from the first day to until today, you just basically understand about what is RBA, how it is working, and what are the architecture are available. So like that we studied in the first days, first and second day. Third day we are running that particular, like, RBA applications. Okay, so which means we work with some like a business based applications. After that we discussed about yes, natural programming. Yeah. Yes, exactly right. Okay, so then we'll move to second thing. We are start to discuss about UI path tool. So in specifically in specified, we discussed about, like, so how the tool is working. What are the tools having, like a property window, like a activity window, and output window, and workflow window. So when you want to create some workflow from the UI path, so what are the things wants to do it. So like we discussed, we are not able to, even if you want to create one simple RBA process in UiPath, so you have minimum 20 to 30 points to develop. Okay, so it's based on the projects. Okay, so that's why I'm not able to complete with one projects. Okay, so that's why we just seeing output only. Okay, so that is what we discussed already also. Okay, fine. So now today, I mean yesterday we had a small test, and today also having small test. That yesterday test, it is only about how you people understood about NLP. Okay, sorry, RBA. So now we people entirely knowing about what is RBA. Okay, so now we are learning about what is RBA in this particular test, because I given all the entire RBA question based exercise. Okay, so in the exercise also will asking as a question in interview also. Okay, that's all. So I think you're clear about what I'm conveying with you. Okay, fine. Next thing we are going to talk about, in scope of RBA, like when you knows about very well about RBA, you have a lot of job opportunities also. In I think in Nakri we have more than 55,000 jobs are available, so you can study. It's a wonderful area. So thing is, you have to know some support packages, like NLP or machine learning. So because the people are going very advanced, right? So that's why. So you have to study with that. So RBA, it's one of the control tool or control process. That's all. Okay, it's not a developing process. So that's why, that's what I'm trying to convey you. Okay. So thank you all. I think you start the test, right? So I'll look at that how many response I got it. So who people doesn't get the test link, please text me. I got two responses. I don't know. It is not possible to answer immediately. So that two persons got, I mean, one person got the 10 mark, another person got 16 or 7, I think 18 mark. Okay. So this is very lowest to score. Please read all the things, because all the things are very important. And it is entirely, if you answered you got 40 marks in this test, you know very well about RBA. So your question itself, it will be explained what I asked you. So I don't know that TES, what is the meaning? Don't have name? Do you have any name or not? And qualification FF, that remove that fellow. Ma'am, are you there, ma'am? Sudha, ma'am? Simply worst fellow. Okay, many people are only attending for some, like, we are attending this workshop, so simply answering. Okay, so many two people scored below 10. So that two people's name it is, actually I want to say, um, one second, I'm looking their name actually. One person two time attend that, but the first time she got 10 mark, again she tried to attend the test in 80 marks, 8 marks, sorry. No problem, but
Hello, hello. Hello. Hello.
Okay. It will take 5 more minutes to complete the test. Then we will go to that hands-on train again. So because I solved some problems in that tool. Okay. So I'll give 10 minutes time to complete. So then we will go to that hands-on training. Okay. Please make it fast. Okay, I got a 58 response from 74. Please make it fast. It is simple question only. So you can easily answer all the questions because we are going to discuss about this also. Because in this 25 questions will explain about RBI entirely. Okay, so that's what. Okay, and 6 people got 46 mark. It's good result. And most of the case, you know, like wow, few people's, I don't want to say them. So he got 4 mark only. I don't know who's that fellow. We will see that who got 4 mark, but they won't give name, I think. Sorry. No issues. Okay, if you don't know that, you can contact me to know about this RBA tools and techniques. So we can discuss a lot of things there also. In 10:45 we will sorry, 10:40 we are going to talk about some hands-on. So I think many people not submitted. Okay, make it fast. So make it fast. We will going to go to the hands-on training. Few Okay, I will close within the 3 minutes, please fast, because many people are not yet answered. Okay, so after this, like 4:45 who people are submitted, so that people not consider here. Okay, so we have time stamping, which people where you attended. Okay, so like it's based on your time bounds. We can find out based on the time stamping. We can find out you. Okay, make it fast. So I think 5 people scored 48 mark out of 50. Good. So in that, one person from the 10th standard. That's very appreciable. Okay, so fine. Okay, fine. So we are coming to that hands-on train. So just we have last time we tried that one. So that the same thing we do that again. So we are going to do same thing with that Excel sheet, which we are going to work with Excel merge. I mean, which means it's going to create a new data sheets. So yeah, so I'll share that screen now. 1 second, I'll share that screen. I think you can see the things. I sent it. Uh, please note down. Sandhya Selvam has been resent it. Sorry, Hedni, I didn't see the message. So anyway, Sandhya has been helped you. Okay, so you can use that link. Okay, so we have the text. I mean, as usually, we are going to merge that Excel sheets. Okay, so in the Excel sheets, how we can merge, very well in the Excel. So similar way, we can merging the data sheets or data rows and whatever it is. We can easily merge it. So here we take as a data table, so which means we have two tables which is going to order here. Okay, so that is what we are doing here. So in the way we added sheet 4 also, I'll just run this sheet. So we have consolidate Excel file, which is going to give it's done. Actually, process has been done. So we just going to open that file. It is called consolidate Excel. Sorry. So that is a Excel manipulation. So we can find out consolidate. Okay. So in a similar way, we created, okay, so this is what the file we just consolidated information from the T1 and T2. So which is taken from this coding, I mean, this program, all right. So from this consolidation, so we just make it that file from there. Okay, so this is the sheet 1. So once again, I want to open the file, because we given that sheet 4, I forgot to explain. Okay, so you look at that. So this is the consolidate mark. So in the sheet 1 we have some data, and sheet 2 some data, and sheet 3 we have some data. So we want to consolidate sheet 1, sheet 2, and sheet 3. Then finally we will put into C4. This is what the consolidate data matching. So each sheet 1 and sheet 2, sheet 3, all the data has been comes to sheet 4, which is called data merging. So using data table, we made it. So through the this UiPath tool. Okay, so now we'll come to the next one. So next one also, it's very simple one because we discussed already, but that situation we unable to run. So that is what for each, and we have a formula, sum of formula. We will see one by one, then we will complete with this. So we have the similar way approach 2 also available for data merging. So I will show it now. Okay, so it is loading another file. So let's wait some time. So we loaded another file, which is it's loading 2 minutes. Okay. Oh, sorry, it is not executable. So we will go to the another one. So which is approach 2. So we had it approach 1. Now we are going to approach 2. Okay. So I think in 73 people has answered like around 59. Okay, so in remaining more than 11 or 15 students or wants to answer this. More than 10 students wants to answer. Please make it fast. So anyway, I'm happy, and because a few people's like many in when we start a test, okay, so few people's are not answer well because this test will be says how I teach you. Okay, so in the case of 5 to 20 marks, more than to 4 1 2 4 5 6 11. Okay, so in that 70 people out of the 20 peoples or less than 20 mark are other people more than 20 marks. Okay, so in the happiest news is more than 30 marks, more than 25 marks, a lot of people got it. So 50 is to 50. So many people got giving a good result. Okay, so in that remaining 20 people's not giving good result because they may be not interested in this. Okay, that's not a problem. Okay, fine. So again, I'm facing some not executable error. It's not a problem. So we go to that formula based. Okay, so we'll see that two things, otherwise we will wind up with this. Okay, so okay, fine. If you people wants to work with this all that tools whatever we executed, so you can go to that web page called hitup. In the hitup you can go to this URL. So who people are joined, sorry, not only joined, I'll send it in the chat box. So you can select take that codings and all. So now you can install UiPath, you can execute all the codings. Okay, so I think it is opened. Okay, it's loading, we'll wait. So we have 10 more minutes to complete, so we'll complete soon. Okay, so there is a selector also there. It is for conducting, for communicating. Actually I'm not going to explain all the things. I just simply say what it is. In UiPath, you want to make or you want to book some dates in the Google Calendar, you can access by this link. Okay, so similar way we have that notepad basic recording selectors. That is also you can do it. And similarly we have that another file which is called that notepad wildcard selector. Then you want to know about that finance selector, in the Yahoo have some Yahoo, yeah, in Yahoo having that finance page, right? So in this finance page, so you want to know about that gold price or so if you want to know the gold price, you can find out. Okay, so let's see that all the things. Okay, so that's a simple one. So this is called I think you can see my screen, that is called sum for each. So this is what we tried before that. Okay, so we simply run this code and it just generated, and you can look at this file. Sorry, you can look at the file here. It is automatically executing. Wait, so I think it's running now. It started execution. So you can find out that green color screen, it's executing. We will wait some time. Okay, so this is what that Excel sheet. So in this Excel sheet, listen that it is automatically filling. I'm not doing anything. So look at that. So this is called automation. So this is start to fill all the information one by one. So let's see. I'm not doing anything. So just you people are looking the screen. Okay. Okay. So let's see. It is automatically filling. I'm not doing anything. So this is called RBA. So I think you are clearly known about what it is doing. So in here it's not going to store in the sum 22. It's creating another file which is called sum 22 copy file, which means it's created another file. Okay, so that is the file you can see and find out here. So that is file called 22 sum 22 ones. Okay, so that's all. So if you have any question about RBA, you can ask, and if you want to know about further how we can proceed, okay, so in that kind of question also you can ask me. So if you have any question, you can ask. Okay, I got a 72 response out of that 74 peoples. Okay, but I want to explain the question. So the first question is what are the RBA applications? So when you look at this RBA application here, all the application will comes to, sorry, I'll come from first question. Sorry, am I from first question? Yes. Yeah. So in what is RBA? So it is entirely what is, in the all the things, addressing the queries, making calculation, marketing the records, performing transactions, and automation process, and robotic automation, and software robots, and creating RBA process. So all the things will becomes to correct answer. Okay, so in out of some people, are answered well, but others, like 3%, 1 3, like others will be answered to some other, and I don't know that why people 5 people are answered none of the above. I don't know why. Please, it just to testing your skill. Okay, so whatever questions you are looking here, all the things comes to that question based only. Okay, so look at that, what are the application or RBA. So we can say all the things will comes to RBA applications. In out of 73, 30 people only answered well. But anyway, who people are ticks one of the among the one, if you tick, I gave a mark. Okay, it's no problem. So anyway, so when we application, when we call about RBA, we can say open the Gmail or attach some files to send, and fill that forms and move the files to some folders, and follow the if decision rule we discussed in the first day itself. And again we discussed about connect the system API, and which is the next thing, it is to extract data from some websites, and mark the complex calculations, and monitor the manual process, and we can do the copy paste working, and we can do that read and write work with the database, and we can scrap the data from some documents. Even we done that in the PDF document. Similar way, if you want to log in particular website, even that ERP website or any websites, you can integrate with this applications. I think sorry, I forgot to share the screen. Okay, I forgot to share the screen. Okay, now you can see, okay, what are the application of RBA. Then we have that what are the advantage of RBA. Similar way, we have a lot of things. So first thing, it is a reduce the cost and reduce the operational risk. That is a very important. Then that quality and accuracy, stability, reduce the workload, improve that customer satisfaction, and it is improve the business results. Okay, so these are the things of advantage in RBA. Okay, so next thing, I don't know, anyway, 2 people answered for this none of the above, and prediction of action. Okay, anyway, no problem. So prediction of action also will one of the right answer, no problem. But anyway, I was done a mistake. So this one person, I don't know who's that, you are right only. So no, that is my mistake. Okay, what are the some industry applications? Okay, so what are the some industry that can be benefit of RBA? So definitely banking and financing sector, it's need RBA process, and human resource also using that RBA process, insurance agency, marketing and sales, And in the case who people are answered all the above, that is also right. But I want to say if someone is tick any one answer, that should be get a mark. So that's why I given in the checkbox. And again, another question: what are the tools, RBA tools? Uh, I don't know. 13, 23, 27 people are answered Java, C++, Python, Beka system. Beka system, I think one of the tool, I think so. Anyway, no problem. Anyway, so this 20 people, I don't know. I mean, more than 23 people. I mean, 23 people has answered Java, C++, Python. I clearly explained even when we start today. It's also Python, C++, or some other programming. It helps to create the process. Okay, RBA will helps to invoke that application, or it's taking some controls to invoke. Okay, so that is called RBA process. In that we are using UiPath tool, Blue Prime, and Automation Anywhere, Workfusion, Redwood. So this is what discussed about the first day about the RBA tools. Okay. Similarly, we'll explaining how RBA works. So in the RBA, you know very well. So anyway, 40 people are answered rightly. So other things, I mean, more than 30 people, nearly 30 people has been answered wrongly, which is like I was reordered that things. Okay, but anyway, so that 10 to 20 people are very well in the programming. They are like to do some programming, so that's why they are answered. Okay, anyway, so that's the first answer is when we working with the RBA, we have to plan first, then designs second, with that start the development third, fourth one again we have to design, because we will find out some problem. So we have to design again and we have to develop again. So that is what the process we have to do it in the RBA. Then we have to implement also. Okay, so finally we'll come to that what are the three types of applications. I expected here people will answer like that. So similar way people are answered like that only. So many people are like 31 people are answering all of the above. Anyway, it's good, actually good result actually in for this question. So other answer also, who people are giving like a 3, 6, 4, 2 and 2, 1. So like all the people are given right answer, but you are not mentioning that three three types of answers. Okay, so actually it is like first three is first three specific interval pot initiate data input. So that is attended RBA system. Again we are looking that empowered on like empowered on automatically based and leverage based. So these things are coming under the unattended, and other things will becomes both hybrid. Okay, so that is what I am trying to convey here. Anyway, so that 31 people giving that all of the above, that is the best answer. Okay, so then we will discuss about this is what it's based on the two statement. So what are the front and back end office for parts? Okay, so that's front office parts, and both are answer actually, both it's a right answer. So for that 58 people are giving that right answer, and 11 and 14 people, I mean 15 people are giving wrong answer. Okay, fine. So then we will going to know about what are the features are available. I think 44 people are given right answer, because when we talks about RBA, this is we discussed. So it is giving that rich analytical shoot, and it is giving that simple creation of pods, and it is scriptless automations, we know very well. So then it is giving that security and hosting deployment service also. Who people are providing that UiPath tool, there people are providing that platform, cloud platform. So there we can host it and deploy it. Okay, so then that debugging, and in the case all of the things will comes to this RBA features. And similarly we have another thing, it's called what are the major difference between the blueprints and UiPath. Anyway, no people, maybe people may not know. So thing is here that my questions wants to make you to understand UiPath, because we studied about UiPath, right? I just given only about that UiPath information about the trial version based technologies, based sorry, process designer and accessibility, robot and macro records, and all the answer it is relevant to only UiPath, not about blueprints. So here I'm not giving any prism tools details. Okay, I'm given only about UiPath tool and similar way. In the similar way, we are giving that about activities about UI path. In that UI path also, I expected sorry, actually I was not given mark, but it's maximum this both will be answer. Okay, so this both will be answer, and this is not others. Okay, so this is what I expected as an answer. Anyway, 34 people are answered well. And the next thing, we talks about UI path sequence, and the case also we given that two. Okay, so that is both will be comes anyway. So in that is also 52 people are answered well. And what is scrapping in the UI path? So we can do data scraping, sorry, scrapping in the technique with this structured data from the extract from the web and documents, also applications also. So then same process we can collect from the screen display data. So that is what we done it in the real time itself. So that's a case we can do it in the both. So what is UI? What is the UI path studio? So you know that, so all the things will comes. So it is a graphical user interface, which means it can be helps to create dashboard. It can helps to providing that some recorder services, and it helps to lock in and exception handlings, and it will be reusable components. Okay, so that's why that is very it is very important in the UiPath Studio. So it is comes under all the above. Okay, so similarly we are talking about UiPath robots. In this answer I expected both, but anyway many people are answered well. 48 people are answered well. That is attended robots, that is unattended robots. That this is called type of RBA. Okay, so in the based on that we done it. So then how that exception handling it's done in the UI path, all the above, like all the things will comes. It's by using activities, that's a robot through exception handling, terminating the workflow and mechanism, which is force fails to execute some works, or else we will use a try catchy. So all the activities will comes to handling that exceptions. Okay, so we saw that program also in that. So next thing, what are the different activity performed by the UI path? So this is what another important question. So that is, in the UI path, all the tools, all the activities will comes to their core activity, cognitive, terminal, web activity, Salesforce. That is one of the important tools in today. So that's also it comes to this UI path, and testing activity, Python activities also we can do it, and words activity, credential activity, database activity, and Excel activity like intelligent OCR activity, and mail activities, PDF, FDP. All the activities will comes to UiPath. Okay, so similarly we will talk about what are the tasks of parts, task and meta parts or IQ parts. This may question as confuse us, but the thing is task part, it is like it helps to do that automate based on the rules than for the repetitive task. Similarly meta parts, that will be automation building blocks. Okay, then IQ parts, that is advanced tool that can be learned from that next level of studio. I mean, which means we have UiPath Studio X and Pro, right? So from that you can learn it. Okay, so here also people are answered well. In the similar way, we have another question which is called what provide instruction to robot. Okay, so which means, I thought many people are answered well. It is a robot controller. That's good. Okay, it's not a developer tool. I expected many people will answer developer tool, but anyway, this is the right answer. Okay, so similar way we will talk about topmost layer design of RBA. So that is a process only. Okay, so that is a process only. Similarly, what published data into the master repository, that is, it is process developers. Okay, so then same thing, SMTP port number, which means you want to connect with the Gmail, you have to give 465. It's a port number default one, or else we can go with that 1993 or 1995. So which are that another ports to replace. So similarly we have that based on the shoot automation for local machine, that is called desktop recording. So we have option web recording also there. we can do it. Okay, so anyway, so next thing we are talking about following, it's not error handling method exactly. Execute is a not error handling method. Other things, all our things will comes to exception handling methods. Okay, again that I think last I'm not sure. Okay, so we have that individual screen component handled by, like, component layer we have in the UI part, so that would handle it everything. So what is a master repository jobs, that process recorder. So, and finally, and okay, fine. Okay, so this is what in today's question, and this is what explaining about RBA process, and it is saying whatever things we discussed, it is entirely this question. It helps to do that. It's helping to prepare for interview also. Okay, so anyway, so thank you all, thank you everyone. This is the 5th day. If you have any question you can ask me, then otherwise we will wind up. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Ramar. It is my immense pleasure to thank Ramar, who has always been the man to go for whenever we are having the events for school students. Ramar is our alumni from 2012 to 2015 batch. He has delivered a lot of lectures in the programs, whatever we have organized already. His interest in teaching and his the research interest in recent areas, okay, have it's been very widely useful for our students studying in our institution. So we wanted to take it to other students also. So these are all the concepts which will be in the limelight of the industry for the upcoming years. So we wanted school students and college students to be aware of uh, what is going to be the future technology. So in that sense, Rama has done a wonderful job for the past 5 days, and he has been very informative, and by conducting a lot of tests and sharing his knowledge. So on behalf of our institution, our department, and all our faculties, I once again thank Ramar for his time for the past 5 days. Thank you, Ramar. I hope the program was also very useful for the students who joined. Okay, so we look forward to meet you all in the upcoming events also. Thank you for joining, and have a nice day. Thank you. Thank you, Ramar. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, please wait 5 minutes. Who people are leaving, please wait 5 minutes. Okay, guys, we just wind up. Thank you all. Thank you. Sorry, guys, to make you to wait. Bye. Thank you. சார் வணக்கம் சார். சார் வெல்கம் எதுவும் கேட்கல, எதுவுமே சொல்லலை. அதே மாதிரி எண்டிங்லேயுமே நான்